Hey guys, my name is Morty and I would like to welcome you to my first ever Let's Play. Let's Play Dragon Age Arrogance. Um, this is only gonna be the second time I go through this game, so you might gonna see my ass be kicked at times, but hopefully that's gonna be some sort of entertainment too.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The Mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Okay, let's see here. The first playthrough I made was actually with a rogue. Blind Nightman was initially my plan that should be my let's play, but because of life that simply didn't happen. So it's gonna be my second run. I planned on being a mage for this one, and let's see here. I have green eyes.
I have lost concentration.
But I'm not wise.
How do you do?
Oops, where's my head?
That's me. Okay, let's see here. just gonna boost my magic, I think. I seem to remember from my first playthrough that I'm gonna be able to pick up some cunning skill points, so I should be able to get what I need for the coercion, so I'm just gonna boost. Yeah, all the magic I can get away with. Also, from my first playthrough, I tend to enjoy the games the most when I have as much resistance as possible, if you will. So I decided on my second playthrough to keep it hard. I made a few rules for myself, and one of them is not to touch the Cone of Cold spell, because to be honest, in my first playthrough I figured it seemed a little imbalanced. I'm not an expert at the game, and I don't know if other spells are even more imbalanced, but I told myself not to touch the Cone of Cold spell at least. I also think I'm gonna avoid the heal spell. But I'll see. I mean, it is Nightmare after all, and it's only my second time through, so maybe I'm gonna get my ass kicked so hard that I'm gonna need it at some point. But I think I am gonna try some sort of weird mage build where I try to reach as many crowd controlling spells as I can get my hands on. I'm gonna start with these two. Yeah. Nightmare, of course. That's how we roll, guys. Right?
On a cliff overlooking the dark waters of Lake Calenhad stands the tower fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption. This gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the Dream Realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
I'm ready.
Know this, apprentice. If you fail, we Templars will perform our duty. You will die. This is Lyrium, the very essence of magic, and your gateway into the Fade.
The harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child. Every mage must go through this trial by fire. As we succeeded, so shall you. Keep your wits about you, and remember the Fade is a realm of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.